Hi, Virgo. Welcome back to my channel, One Virgo to Another. My name is Gigi, and I'd just like to thank you for being here. So, I actually started this video once already, and pulled a couple of cards. So, basically, the energy that came out during that first um, selection of cards. Sorry, I got distracted by the cards that just came out, or the bottom of the deck, rather. That first selection of cards that came out was that you are tired of something and moving on to calmer waters. The battle is over, you're over it. And your decision to be tired of whatever the thing is, you're putting down the burden and you're moving on to calmer waters. Your decision to do that has caused a tower moment for something or someone, more likely someone. The tower moment is creating an opportunity, a new opportunity for you. Either it has or it will. Sometimes these tower moments cause us to need an opportunity, cause us either an opportunity or a need for an opportunity for a reflection. Those reflections sometimes cause a need for healing, or either a need for healing or reflection. The reflection sometimes causes an imbalance, or shows us an imbalance in a chakra, often a root or heart chakra. Just putting that out there. Somebody is on fire. I'll put it like that. Somebody is hell on wheels, as my mother used to say. Somebody's turned their back on something. The battle is over. They are tired and they are done with it. All right. So I literally started the video and was like, "Whoa, let's try again." So, all right, spirit. I stopped and then said a prayer and a little bit of meditation. And so basically, what came out of the meditation is it is battle's over. You don't have to fight anymore. You can come out of battle mode, survival mode. You can relax. Whatever the test was, you passed. I don't know what that means for somebody, but okay. Can I have one card, just one for Virgo's energy, or yeah, Virgo's energy, please, spirit? Yeah. So Three of Swords. This deck is the tarot of opposition. So this deck asks us to look at both the positive and the negative sides of the card. So however it comes out, it asks you to view both sides of it, and then focus on whichever side came up. So this came out on the positive. Um, the Three of Swords on the positive. So yes, exactly. You've laid down the burdens. You're tired. You're over it. The battle is done for you. You've turned your back on something and you've moved on. You are in Queen of Swords energy at the bottom of the deck. Hmm. So my guess is that you probably know exactly what this is. My guess is that it is a romantic situation. I don't know. Let's get a couple of clarifiers though. Let's see if we can find out. Let's not use this. Let's not go there yet. Let's look at these. And before we even get started, foundation slid off. All right, so my guess is this is probably has to do with family security or relationship, maybe someone you live with, a deep connection, husband, wife. Can I have more, please, spirit? This could also just be a really close romantic relationship. Sorry, Virgo, I dropped a card. Apologize for the noise. Yeah, whatever this is, it's been a long time. The end of it has been a long time coming. So you're tired. You've seen it coming. It's been a draining situation. It's been a long journey. Um, yeah, you feel depleted, like it's been, maybe you spent some time, I'm getting spinning your wheels. You've asked for a change in this situation for a long time. You've known what the problem is. You've been asking for change ad nauseum, and there has been no change. You feel exhausted. Could I have another card, please, Spirit? Oh, it was a lot of cards. All right, so yeah, there's a blockage. There's some pain. Like I said, there's been um, some apprehension and fear in your wanting to change. You wanted this person or this situation to change for a long time, and it hasn't changed. You've been afraid to move on. You've been trying to exercise caution because you've wanted to give this person opportunity to make some changes, um, but they haven't. I don't think this person has the desire to change. I feel like this person thinks that they can keep pulling the same similar moves over and over again. And if they think that if they can keep, yeah, if they think that if they can keep pulling the same stunts on you over and over again, they can keep you spinning in the same situation because they know that you love them. You do love this person. There is a deep connection. Like I said, I think this person, or you think this person is a soulmate, or maybe they are your soulmate. There is, like I said, a deep connection. This might be a husband or a wife. And perhaps you've actually already cut this person off, or you, like I said, you are thinking about it, or at least you've pulled back your energy. Maybe you haven't completely cut off communication, but they feel you withdrawing, pulling back, and they are missing you if you haven't completely cut off connection. I feel like maybe you have, though, but they do miss you. They miss the intimacy. Yeah, you might still be connected to this person, in contact with this person, but you've just pulled back your energy, and there's no more bonding, there's no intimacy between you, and they definitely miss you. Oh wait, on the bottom of the deck there. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck was fluff. So somebody in this situation was pretending, wearing a mask, exaggerating a situation. Maybe you knew it or you found out. Can I have another card, please? About this situation for Virgo. I'm not sure. I'm not. I need something more. Can I have another card? There definitely was some confusion here, and it led to you being exhausted about this. There's a lot. There's a lot of confusion. Whatever this is, this person kept a lot of confusion going on because I can't get a single card. They keep coming out in multiples. All right, so perhaps this person was had you in a third party situation. This person perhaps cheated in some capacity, whether it was physical or it was an emotional cheating situation. They were non-committal. Uh, they were maybe it was a flirting online situation. There was some sexual tension, some sexual energy between this person and someone else. There was some lusting happening. Maybe this person has a problem with commitment, or they're committed to somebody else, or they married to someone else, and that's why you're having they won't commit to you. No, this person actually, that's right. This person has had you in third party situation. You want more from this person. This person is having difficulty committing to you. You want a marriage with this person. That's what this is. And so you have turned your back. You're ready to let go because this person won't commit. This person is hoping that you'll give them another opportunity. They want to show you that they can commit to you. They're hoping that you will give them an opportunity. I think that's what's going on here, Virgo. Yeah, they know that you are worth more than what they've been giving you. They played a lot of games with you and it drained you. Now I'm getting it loud and clear. They played a lot of games with you. They had you in a third party situation. You got tired of playing and you pulled back your energy. You were ready to move on to something else. They want to pull back. They want to come back to you. They want to pull you back in because they miss you. They finally are starting to see your value, but perhaps you might be over it. Let's see what we can find out. I must need more clarifiers. What is the energy? What is this person? Who is this person? Hmm. Who is this, please, spirit? Another drop card. Hold on. There we go. All right. So whoever this person is somebody that you felt very strongly for, and they recognize you as a Queen of Cups. You were very, very, very good to this person. You gave them everything. They finally see it, but it might be too late. I need one more card for this person, please, Spirit. It's yeah. See, it's almost like not even worth. This person is like not even, almost not even worth spending the energy on. You were more than just the Queen of Cups for this person. You actually present as the Empress for this person. You absolutely, wishes granted, gave them everything, have been everything for this person. Yeah, and they didn't appreciate who you were, everything that you provided for them. You've ready to move on. You can't deal with it anymore. It's been too exhausting for you. They were not they were not who you thought they were is the problem. Like I said, mask was at the bottom of the deck, which was, I think, the whole message for this entire reading is that I think you just need to be done. um i I think is the whole thing is that they were wearing a mask because that's who they are. You're never going to know who they truly are. You are everything that this person wants and needs. They finally see that if they were who they needed to be for you, they would have known that in the first place all along. You were hanging on, waiting for them to be something they were never going to be. They pretended to be the Ace of Wands for you, and they were not. I do think, though, that there is the Ace of Wands waiting for you in the near future. That's what you get when you move forward. You were the queen of you were the Queen of Cups for this person. Everything you needed from them, you showed up as the Empress, right? Three of Wands came out. You move forward, go off in a new direction, away from this energy, and then you meet your Ace of Wands, everything that this person is not. That's in your future. Man. This to me says that, and I think I said something about it earlier in the reading. When I first started this, I had to start the video over, and I was getting heart or root chakra needs healing. Let me get a couple of clarifiers about this person, this energy. What is this? Definitely this person finally recognizes you as a soulmate, or you thought this person was a soulmate. They're not. Yeah, this person doesn't know faithfulness. They're never going to be faithful to you. You're never going to have a happy home with this person. Yeah, I feel like this person presents themselves as a perhaps as a religious person, not necessarily as a priest, but goes to church. Um, Maybe has a position in the church, teaches Sunday school, something to do within the church. They might be a widower. They might be a widower, or the new person is a widower. If they're not, then they take advice from a widower. They might take advice from a widower. And when they had you in a third party situation, there may be a child that comes out of this. Mm. I've done this. I've done a reading several times for Virgo that has come out very similar to this. It's been different situation, but it's been very similar. And child keeps coming out. Somebody somewhere there is a Virgo who has been put in a third party situation with somebody who has been um, underappreciated by their person, who suddenly recognizes them as their wishes granted. They recognize finally that they are their emperor or empress, male or female, doesn't matter. It is energy. They suddenly see them as who they are, recognize them as their value, for their value. They were unfaithful to them, had them in a third party situation. And like I said, this came out again. This person comes across as being righteous and pious, being a religious person, religious maybe leader or in a leadership position. Um, the words are coming to me. Worried the heck out of the Virgo, like irritated them, irritated their soul, drained their energy, dominated their time, focused, watched them from a distance, like crept on them on social media, mistreated and didn't handle them correctly. um, got advice. That's why I said I'm not sure, but I think this person got advice from a widower. Is where this widower comes from. They got advice from a widower. This new person is not a widower. This original person took advice from a widower. Is where the widower comes from. They got advice from a widower that was not good advice. In fact, this original person handled the Virgo poorly. They pretended to be something they were not, didn't handle them righteously while they were given the blueprint. They did not do well, and they got advice from the widower. So they didn't get good advice. And then somewhere along the line, when they had Virgo in this third party situation, there is a child that comes out of this. This person is going to find themselves in court in a legal situation. All right, what else? Come on, give me some more, please, Spirit. Yeah, this is crazy. This will not go away. This somebody needs to hear this. This is not going to go away till somebody who needs to hear it hears it. I need listen. If you like the content I'm creating, please give it a thumbs up. If you know somebody who might be in this situation, or if you are cross watching, know someone who should be, please give it a share. Lover. Yeah, see, somebody in this situation took a lover, wound up in a third party, having this Virgo in a third party situation, and they have a child on the way, which is what's going to cause them to wind up in court. And then before Virgo even found out, or maybe does know, because a lot of Virgos are very intuitive, or you could be an empath. You could be a reader. You could be getting readings. You found out at least part of it, because this person is trying to get in touch with you. You've blocked them, but they're still trying to get in touch with you. I think you know, I think, and they're trying to tell you, they're trying to get you the information about this child, about this lover and this child, and their lack of faithfulness before you hear it from somebody else, which is part of the reason perhaps that they're watching you on social media. But you found out, or you have a feeling, or you read it yourself in your own cards. They're trying to get it to you before you find out, but you found out, or you knew it, found out anyway, and you called death to the situation. Death is at the bottom, and you put an end to it, and the person can't get to you. They cannot get the information to you. You've blocked them. They can't call you. They can't email you. They can't whatever. Yeah, they think they can't because there is such a thing as like U.S. Postal Service. People don't think about that anymore. You know, handwrite a letter, put a stamp on it, give it to the postal carrier. It goes through the mail service, and then it shows up in the little mailbox. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You have another card about this situation, please, Spirit. It's crazy how when it comes crystal clear. Yeah. Okay, and so this person is trying to get you a message that you are their sweetheart, you are the one that they love. All of this was a mistake, but they're in love with you. If you can call it love, because if you love somebody, you don't do this. They're hoping you're willing to wait. I guess wait for what? Till the dust settles behind this? I don't know. Yeah, they're deep in their head, they're deep in thought. They're trying to they want you to believe some falsehood. They want to tell you their story before somebody else can tell you their story. I guess they want you to believe their version of the truth. They want to take a journey and come and tell you about the young woman that they were involved with who wound up pregnant. Because here's what I think: this person is older, I think, than you, Virgo. You might be a little bit younger, but the person that they were dealing with, that they put you in a third party situation with, that they now have this child with, might be even younger still. So I think that they might be even younger than you. And this person, your person who's trying to get to you that you got blocked, is in mental despair. Where are we on the clock? Okay, I'm about to wrap this up for you, Virgo. What else? Oh my goodness. Okay, so apparently their person who they had you in a third party situation with might know you, but they would definitely see, they might know you. If they don't know you, they definitely know of you, because that the person that you have in common talks about you all the time. So they see you as an enemy, because remember I said this person might be younger still, like you are younger than the person who's slightly off, the person that you have in common, and the person that they had you in a third party situation with is slightly younger still. So they're younger than you. They see you as an enemy. They like maturity, don't think anything of it. And then the person who's got you in this position, like I said, they are in mental anguish. They're in their thoughts. They're trying to get to you before the information can get out. They're scared. They are like in panic. And